Have you ever imagined a whole colony vanishing without a trace? That's exactly what happened to the Roanoke Colony. In the late 16th century, over 100 English settlers established their presence on Roanoke Island, off the coast of what we now know as North Carolina. Yet, when their leader, John White, returned from England 3 years later, he found no one. The settlers had disappeared, leaving behind a mystery that has puzzled historians for centuries. The question is, what happened to the Roanoke Colony? Our story starts in 1587 when a group of English settlers set foot on Roanoke Island. This was no ordinary voyage. It was a journey of hope and ambition, a quest to establish a new world far from the familiar landscapes of England. The destination? Roanoke Island, a patch of land nestled off the coast of what we now know as North Carolina. The settlers, a mixed group of men, women, and children, were led by a man named John White. John White was not just any leader. He was a man of vision and courage, entrusted with the daunting task of establishing a permanent English colony in the New World. The group he led was diverse, comprising families and individuals, all united by the common goal of creating a new life in unfamiliar territory. Among them were White's own daughter and granddaughter, symbols of the enduring human spirit that dared to venture into the unknown. The settlers arrived on Roanoke with the intention of creating a new home. They were not merely explorers or adventurers. They were pioneers, staking a claim on a land that was as mysterious as it was beautiful. Their dream was to build a thriving community, a beacon of English civilization in the heart of the New World. Yet establishing a colony was not an easy task. The settlers faced numerous challenges, from the harsh terrain and unpredictable weather to the complex relations with the local Native American tribes. But they were determined. They believed in their mission, in the promise of a better future that Roanoke Island represented. But as they embarked on this grand endeavor, they were unaware of the enigma that awaited them. They could not have known then that their story would become one of the most enduring mysteries in American history, a tale that would captivate and confound historians for centuries to come. Little did they know they were walking into the pages of one of history's greatest mysteries. Faced with challenges and dwindling supplies, John White made a decision that would alter the course of history. The Roanoke colonists were in a precarious situation. Their encounters with the local Native American tribes fluctuated between wary cooperation and outright hostility, while their stock of provisions was rapidly depleting. John White, the colony's leader, found himself in an unenviable position. The survival of the colony was hanging by a thread, and he was at the helm. After careful consideration, he decided to return to England to gather more resources. He knew the journey would be fraught with peril, but he was willing to risk it. He trusted that the colonists, a resilient group of men, women, and children, could hold the fort until his return. Among the 115 souls he left behind were his own kin, his daughter and granddaughter. It was a difficult farewell, filled with promises of a speedy return. He left them with hope, the strongest weapon in the face of adversity. He believed in their strength and their ability to endure until he came back with reinforcements. But the Atlantic Ocean was a formidable adversary. A trip that was supposed to span a few months stretched into years. Back in England, White faced numerous obstacles, including a naval war with Spain, which delayed his return journey. Each day of delay was a day of uncertainty for the colonists he had left behind. Meanwhile, the colonists waited. They waited through the changing seasons, through days of hope and nights of despair. They waited for the sight of a familiar sail on the horizon, a sign that their leader had not abandoned them. With a heavy heart, White set sail, leaving his new world behind. Little did he know that his return would only deepen the mystery of the Roanoke Colony, leading to one of the most enduring enigmas in American history. The fateful departure was not just the beginning of a journey, but the start of a mystery that continues to captivate us to this day. 3 years later, John White returned, but the colony he left was nowhere to be found. The year was 1590. The once bustling settlement on Roanoke Island had turned into an eerie ghost town. White must have felt a chill run down his spine as he stepped foot on the deserted land, the echoes of laughter and chatter of his people now replaced by an unsettling silence. The homes and fortifications built by the settlers were dismantled, not destroyed, suggesting a planned and orderly departure rather than a hurried escape. The local wildlife had reclaimed the land, erasing almost all signs of human habitation. It was as if the 115 colonists had vanished into thin air. The only clues left behind were 2 cryptic inscriptions. The word Croatoan was carved into a tree, and crow etched into a wooden post. These enigmatic messages were the only breadcrumb trails left by the settlers. Croatoan was the name of a nearby island known today as Hatteras Island, and home to a friendly Native American tribe. Could the colonists have sought refuge there? White intended to find out. He planned to venture to Croatoan Island in search of his people. However, fate had other plans. A series of storms and ill weather prevented him from making the journey. With heavy heart and a mind filled with worry, White returned to England, leaving the mystery of his lost colony unsolved. The fate of the Roanoke colonists remained shrouded in mystery, their story passed down through generations as an unsolved enigma of history. The deserted colony, with its dismantled homes and cryptic carvings, painted a haunting picture of a lost settlement, a ghost colony that had seemingly disappeared without a trace. As the years passed, the tale of the Roanoke colony grew into legend, fueling theories and speculation. The lost colonists of Roanoke became a symbol of the unknown, their fate a haunting question mark in the annals of American history. Faced with an eerie silence and cryptic messages, White was left with more questions than answers. The mystery of the ghost colony of Roanoke continues to baffle us even today, 433 years later. Over the centuries, the fate of the Roanoke colony has sparked countless theories. The mysterious word Croatoan carved into a tree and the partial crow on a post led many to believe that the colonists had sought refuge with the Croatoan tribe on Hatteras Island. This theory proposes a peaceful integration and assimilation of the English settlers into the local Native American tribe. However, not all theories are as harmonious. Some suggest that the colonists might have fallen victim to a violent conflict with local tribes. This theory is fueled by the tense relations between the English settlers and the indigenous people. Yet no evidence of a large-scale conflict or mass grave has ever been discovered. Another theory hypothesizes that the colonists succumbed to harsh conditions and hardships of the New World. Disease, famine, and the harsh winters could have depleted the colony's population, gradually erasing their presence from Roanoke Island. But again, tangible evidence supporting this theory is scarce. Some speculate that the settlers might have attempted to return to England on their own and perished at sea. This theory, while plausible given the colonists' desperation, lacks substantial evidence. There were no records of shipwrecked colonists or sightings of makeshift vessels. In recent years, archaeology has added a new layer to the mystery. Excavations on Roanoke Island and Hatteras Island have uncovered English artifacts mixed with Native American ones, suggesting some degree of cohabitation. Could this be the lost colonists of Roanoke, living among the Native Americans? Each theory has its strengths and weaknesses, its supporters and detractors. They paint a picture of a desperate struggle for survival in a foreign land, of conflict and integration, of a people swallowed up by the vastness of the New World. Yet despite these theories, the truth remains buried in the sands of time. Today, the mystery of Roanoke continues to captivate us, leaving a legacy of speculation and fascination. Despite the passage of more than 4 centuries, the enigma of the lost colony remains one of the most tantalizing puzzles in the history of America. In our quest for answers, recent archaeological excavations on Roanoke Island have unearthed artifacts that may hold clues to the fate of the colonists. These discoveries offer a tantalizing glimpse into the lives of the settlers, yet they also deepen the mystery as they raise more questions than they answer. The enduring interest in the Roanoke colony mystery is a testament to our fascination with the unknown. The story of Roanoke has seeped into popular culture, inspiring countless books, films, and television shows. It's a tale that continues to resonate, reminding us of the human spirit's resilience and our enduring quest for new frontiers. Moreover, the Roanoke colony's legacy goes beyond mere intrigue. It serves as a poignant reminder of the challenges faced by early settlers in the New World, the complexities of their interactions with native tribes, and the harsh realities of colonization. The Roanoke colony, a mystery unsolved, a story unfinished, a legacy that continues to intrigue us. As we delve into the past, we are reminded that history is not just about facts and dates, but also about the mysteries that continue to challenge and inspire us.